Hey guys, so today is September 10th, 2021, and I'm going to go over what I did yesterday and what the goals are for today. So yesterday, I didn't actually end up doing the timestamps and the summaries that I had planned for. I did get several others done, but just not the ones I had initially thought I might, because a couple unanticipated things came up. So I had planned to talk to a friend, we'd scheduled a time yesterday, and that happened, and that went fine. But then I had another phone call which took up more time as well. And this is the free time I have external to the 8 hours of work every day for my job. And then aside from that, I actually ended up cleaning up and posting the timestamps and summaries for 4 videos from the BB6A parapatiology series that I hadn't quite polished from before, but I'd kind of forgotten that I hadn't finished these. So, I hadn't put them up yet, even though I'd done a good bit of the work on them. So I actually finished those and have them up on the videos now. And those were for weeks 59.2, 60.1, 60.2, and 60.3. So these weren't the ones that I'd initially intended, but I mean, it was similar-ish to the tasks that I had. And then the other more perhaps interesting thing that I did yesterday was I got kind of sidetracked doing research and calculations regarding setting up a projector screen in my living room once my house finishes construction. So this is something that I've been thinking about for a while, having a screen up and chairs in the room to better be able to host Bible studies and things of that nature. And so you actually need to put some thought into it to make sure that all the angles work well and that everything fits. And so I was doing some research and calculations regarding like projector screen sizes and how to set up the room in terms of width and depth, and viewing angles for the field of view on the screen, depending on seating distance, and then chair risers so that you can have multiple rows and other things of this sort. So that was kind of what I got distracted on yesterday. On top of the other things that took up the time. So that's why I didn't finish the timestamps and summaries I had planned. But I still got done, much of the rest of what I had. So I figured out how to not ping subscribers to the channel when I post these daily videos. I talked to the friend, that's a call that I had scheduled and set up before, washed my car, and then I went over and sequenced the rest of the work for all of the timestamps and the summaries I do need to do. So there's 3 left that are the more difficult kind where I need to go and actually watch the video in depth and summarize all the points made and timestamp it, not just based off of things in the slides, but based off of the unscripted discussion we have. So I have 3 of those. These are the kind that take a while. I also have 2 more of the ones that are fast. I'll probably do those today. Perhaps, I don't know, actually I haven't listed here, but I'm also probably not gonna do all of these in the same day in one sitting just because I get really bored. It's kind of busy work and I get bogged down in it. So I'm gonna try to spread them out over weekdays next week. So probably Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I'll be making the lesson 8 video on Tuesday. But all of that is what I got done here. So I sequenced that work as well. Now, as to what I'm going to do today, I'm going to prep for the Lesson 7 Q&A video and do the Lesson 7 Q&A video for the SR4 series. And I'm also going to start researching things necessary for creating a guided crash course in computer programming. So a friend I talked to had asked for some advice on getting started in software engineering. And well, I spent much time in college doing it, but to actually get up and running, to learn the core things that you need to be able to get hired on someplace and then have them teach you the specific on-the-job skills. So to get that core formation, I really don't think you need nearly as much as the classes you take in college. And so I'm gonna, if not create my own video series on it, because that's a lot of work, at least start setting up a collection of links, a collection of resources to get him going on it. And then also, of course, I'm gonna make it public. I'm not just gonna share it with one individual. But the first thing I wanted to research here was having online development environments. So I know I've come across this before. My memory is kind of fuzzy, but things that will have languages like Python and Java and C# and all of these things installed so that you don't have to go install packages and whatnot. And not having to deal with package management and configurations and which version are you on and making sure that all of the executables are on your path and all of that. Well, not having to deal with any of that is really useful, especially when you're first starting out. So you can just write some simple code, do a loop here and conditionals there and so on, and learn the basics of programming without having to deal with all of the icky package stuff that can make it difficult. So that's the first thing I want to research. like I said, my memory is fuzzy, so I want to get some of that done so that I have something up and ready by Sunday. So that's a couple days from now. Well, this one got longer just because I gave a summary of all the research I did on the projector screen setup, but that's what I did yesterday and what I'm planning on doing today, and I will check back in tomorrow.